Oh. Oh.
That was sudden.
I know, right? I didn't expect that.
So quickly.
Usually it ends right there.
Intro.
Shocked the shit. Anyway.
Whew.
Hello, welcome to Normal World. I'm Dave Landau.
I'm quarterback Garrett. And as always, Angela.
Hi.
Hey.
Glad to be here.
How are you?
Great. I love our guests today.
I know. I'm excited.
Friend of the show. Friend of the show.
Please welcome Derek Richards.
Always good to see you guys.
How are you?
We're in the frozen tundra of Dallas.
Oh, yeah.
This is amazing.
Didn't expect that, did you?
You'd
I said,
think-
no, I did not. You could cryogenically freeze Ted Williams' head in this studio.
Exactly.
You could.
You think we'd have heaters here, but no.
No.
Not
Out.
here.
Nope.
Yeah.
Lightens America. Off with the heaters.
Keeps the energy up, you know?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep,
Nipples
that's-
hard, energy up.
That's right.
Mhm.
Hard.
Yeah.
Moving on up.
Moving on up
To the east
to
side.
the east side.
Deluxe Nipples.
Great name for a strip club.
Yeah, Deluxe
Oh,
Nipples.
Deluxe Nipples?
Deluxe Nipples.
Man.
DEE-LUX
yeah.
Nipples.
I just go there for the buffet.
Got good wings.
Yes.
Why eat it? I don't get it.
And I watch Wheel of Fortune on the TV.
Yeah,
Bar.
Pat Sajak is in a bit of hot water. I haven't seen the clip, but apparently he told the contestant to shut up,
Ooh.
and it got very tense. So we're going to be the judge. Let's see what happened.
Wrinkle in time.
On the other hand, you might have it. According to my math, by 200... Oh! You didn't mean that personally. No. According to my math, by $233, you were the winner. $11,900. I'll be back. Shut up! It's been a big phrase lately. 11,000.
Pat hasn't had enough.
Wow. It's just nothing.
It's nothing.
The daughter of Big Bird and Oscar the Grouch was fine.
She won.
Just... Yes, everybody gets offended by nothing. It was a woman who just won 12 G's having a
Yeah.
good time who said shut up, and then he joked back.
And if you're
They had a
following
fun
on
way.
X, they make it sound like he literally told her to shut up. Like, shut up like he was pissed. And she was ecstatic. She just won almost 12 grand.
The world we
Dance
live
on
in.
X, not dance on X.
What?
What?
Hmm?
I thought
The platform.
I meant the designer drug.
Oh.
Oh,
He may have been on it, though.
Oh, okay.
Possibly.
Huh?
Shut up.
I'm sorry. Angela and I were doing X.
We were at Deluxe Nipples.
Have you been? We were.
Did you invite
We
me?
were
I was like some...
tripping on
We were
Molly.
doing a ring toss.
And ecstasy as well.
Wait, what kind of strip club is this?
Oh, it's good. It's just a buffet.
Oh.
It's
Okay.
It's an all-you-can-eat nipple buffet. It's an all-you-can-lick.
Is it all milk-related foods?
Yes.
The schnozberries.
Cheeses?
The macaroni salad,
Yeah.
delish.
Yes. Oh, yeah, it's the best.
Mm-hmm.
Delish is a great dancer there as well.
Yes, Delish. Wonderful.
Saturday nights, delish.
Please welcome to the stage.
Look at those nips.
She's awfully gassy from eating all the Delish macaroni salad.
Sponsored by Macaroni House.
She's lactose intolerant.
She's
Deluxe
absolute-
Nipples. There's
Come on,
just
boys.
a pepperoni buffet. Sorry.
It's very cheesy pizza.
Salami.
Yeah.
Salami.
Very cheesy.
Very yeasty bread.
Yeasty bread.
Yeasty bread.
Again, another dancer. Deluxe Nipples.
yeah.
Coming to the stage right now, yeasty bread.
Give it up.
Make sure you wipe that pole when you go up after her. And what pole? I'm not a strip club guy.
I DJ'd at a
neither.
strip club.
I've never been
really?
to one.
Booby Trap.
That's a great name.
That is a
On
great
8
name.
Mile. On 8 Mile. Yep. Yes, I did.
How many pimps did you see just destroy a woman's life?
That place was a nightmare. I mean, it was quality entertainment, but yeah, I saw way too much at
grew up-
age 21, 22 working.
Well, yeah.
3 miles east.
Scarred.
I feel like at the booby trap, they really miss an opportunity to like have all the dancers leave the stage through like a trap door or something.
Oh, they did.
they
It was
Yeah.
there's a guy named Elron's Cadillac.
There was, yeah. Well, it was funny seeing when you said wipe the pole because it just reminded me that there was like they had a rag on stage
No.
And they never sprayed anything on it. They just, we're talking circa 1986.
Well, yeah.
Germs don't exist.
No.
Like germ theory.
And they would just
not a thing.
wipe the pole.
Nothing sprayed on it.
No.
Blood.
No.
They're just worried about the
Or
smears.
whatever.
She's sterile.
Macaroni salad from the buffet.
Just use your tears to clean up the fire.
Wash the pole with your broken dreams.
Yeah. Wow, that got really clean.
Yeah.
I have a lot of broken dreams.
And every Wednesday is disappointed father night.
Speaking of disappointed fathers,
What?
Hunter Biden.
Hunter Biden. Well, you know what?
In the news first. Hey, yeah, we should get to the guest first.
We're stalling because our prompter was broken. So before we get into Hunter Biden, who, yes, speaking of strippers and broken dreams, like you said, let's welcome our guest, Mike Baker.
There he is.
Hey.
How are you, sir?
I'm happy to be here on Nipple Wednesday. The show, but I'm very happy to be here on this day.
Thank you.
By the way, finest burlesque club in the country is still Jumbo's Clown Room in Los Angeles.
That's real?
Jumbos.
That's real. Yeah, you gotta go. It's in West Hollywood. Jumbo's Clown Room. It's in a strip mall. Don't let the location put you off, though. They got valet parking.
I should hope so. Is a big tittied clown valet you're
Because the name's
shoes
drawing people in. Oh, man.
like 9 of them get out of one on Dodge Omni. That's the best name I've ever heard of anything.
Yeah, it's great. I mean, and it is a quality establishment. It's been there a long time, and I'm not just promoting it because I'm hoping to get free beers the next time I go.
Yeah, you just-
Trying to pay off that debt.
yeah.
You got a tab there.
There's a place in Anchorage, Alaska called the Great Alaskan Bush Company.
Wow.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, at least you know what you're getting, you know. Trying to trick you out of
It's too cold to go bear.
Oh, yeah.
older bear.
You know, yeah.
Gotta cover that up.
They put on extra. What do they used to call that? What was that called? The fake bush hair that it was. I'm sure one of your listeners will know.
I think they do. I'm not a big hunter, but they definitely. Not Biden.
One of your listeners? I mean, how about somebody in the studio
I
here?
should know. I'm surprised Angela didn't pop in with the answer.
American?
No, not a merkin. That's for
merkin?
sorta.
What is a merkin?
That's for.
Yeah, market.
That's when you have a cancer and they give you a pubic wig.
Ah.
Yeah.
I
There's
didn't mean for it to turn dark like that. I was just.
There's a different object that's like a merkin but isn't a merkin.
Oh, it always turns dark. You're right on. You're right on
Yeah,
the money,
you're
my
home.
friend.
You're home.
Yeah.
This show lives in the dark, Mike.
Yeah. Derek had cancer. We bought him 8 different merkins, and it was of a clownish variety. So I want him to go to the room in L.A.
I have to complete the circle of life.
They're like rainbow themed merkins.
Oh boy.
God.
Just to surprise his doctor when he went for the physical. Yeah, just touches your balls, it just honks. So- but anyway, to get into the more
speaking of clowns.
serious note, yeah, we wanted to talk to you a bit about Hunter Biden, if that's cool.
Sure.
I guess they, in a court filing today, the DOJ confirmed that Hunter Biden's laptop was real.
Wow, didn't know that.
Are you
surprised?
Are you surprised by this information?
I'm surprised by their admission, and I don't think they actually meant to, because I'll bet somebody walks it back at some point. But yeah, by just a stroke of luck, they managed to mention that they've already seen the material and it duplicates what they'd already basically gotten a warrant for to get off the cloud. So. But it's a big, in a way, I mean, everybody knew it was his, but, for the DOJ to admit it after all this time, I don't think anybody's going to apologize for that bullshit, Russian collusion story, but.
We'll see how that goes.
Yeah. I bumped into Hunter one time at Jumbo's. I just made that
Frequent.
up. I don't know whether he went or not.
Lover
Yeah.
of clowns.
6 foot long sandwich.
It's a better no, frankly.
Like Scooby Doo. It's got a stack.
I like how
Do you think
nobody.
anything will come out of it? Other than Hunter Biden?
No, nothing. You know what? And that's the thing. I don't know how many times it's going to take for people to understand that investigations go to die in Washington, D.C., and there's almost never any consequences. People, all along, people have been saying, now this is going to happen. Something's going to happen now. Oh, they're going to, make it. No, they're not. Almost never does anybody suffer any consequences in Washington, D.C.
Yeah, that's the problem, though. Do you think that he's actually going to get anything for this? Do you think that he's going to be, I mean, obviously he's not going to get what anybody else would get for these horrible crimes, but do you think that he's going to get something?
It seems that there's been a sea change in the narrative from Weiss at this point, almost because he's now trying to prove that there's no political interference, right? So, yeah, I mean, I think there will be something. I don't think it's going to be much. And frankly, Hunter's a distraction in a sense, right? I mean, and this is all kind of a distraction from the fact that, the Biden family was making bank off of, Joe's position and name. And that's not, I don't think anybody, if you, if you said, look, it's off the record to Chuck Schumer or anybody, I think they'd all, quietly, privately admit that, it's pretty fucking obvious that, they were making money off his name and position. But I don't think anything's going to happen from that either. But that's really the story that, the Hunter Biden issue distracts from. So, I don't know. Yeah, but I think something will happen. They'll probably have to bring some related charge related to either the taxes or this weapon. But I mean, think about it. They had the weapon in a police evidence locker for all this time, and just now, it was because it was relatively recent that they tested the weapon and its pouch. I don't even know who started calling it a pouch. I've never actually heard of a gun pouch before. But
it's a Sun designer.
Does it sound right?
But apparently the pouch had some crank or some cocaine on it, and
that's how they knew it was his. They don't even dust for prints. They just there's blow on it. It's got to be his.
Yep, we know it's on his. It's interesting that they let up on the protection field around him and all of the Biden family now that we're in this election season. Is that they're gonna kind of move the Bidens out and put in somebody else, and that's why they don't care about Hunter, and that's why they're okay with saying that it is his laptop now. Because like you said, they've had this evidence for years now, and now they're going to come out with it this year. Just find it interesting.
Yeah, I mean, either that or, they're counting on the fact that they can keep playing off this sympathy thing. And, look, I mean, you got to, of course, it's sad when anybody's, got a problem with substance abuse. But, he was a 2 times train wreck. I mean, he was more of a wreck than a lot of people when they have a substance abuse problem. But so it's a sad thing. But I think they're going to assume that they can keep playing that card and it won't necessarily damage Joe. And I think also they still know that they can count on the media to provide top cover around most of this story. I don't see how they move. I know there's a lot of talk about, a late surprise and they're going to, get Biden and Harris off the ticket. But that window of opportunity is closing, right? There's not a lot of time. And so I think they're here to stay, right? Which means, we'll probably, if they win, we'll be having a conversation in a couple of years' time when there's a President Harris.
What I find crazy though is I'm a recovering alcoholic and drug abuser, and I'm not, banging my niece with a scarf wrapped around my neck like I'm Snoopy flying a doghouse. Like how much? How much?
There's a difference.
How much leeway are we supposed to give somebody? And it's like I understand Joe's mind is so gone that he's like Al Capone with syphilis fishing in his swimming pool. But like, how much are we supposed to care at this point? Like, I feel like the country's a bit wrecked, and you were in the CIA for so long, and I don't know if there's a right way to ask this, but it's like you were in the CIA for a long time. Wasn't there a point where, I don't know, like they would like just Bobby Kennedy someone like this?
Shuffle them off.
Just
mortal coil.
just do something about it, and we'd be okay with it as a nation, and just be quiet about it.
No, I think.
I don't mean to ask it like that, and if it's inappropriate, I don't mean it to be. I just feel that
You already answered the question.
like
My agency handler is just sitting off camera, so I got to be.
The suppressor is right there, just waiting.
Turn your camera mic just a little to the right.
A little bit. Blink twice if you're held captive. Okay.
I hope somebody knows Morse code.
just blinking really hard with his right eye.
I don't know. I think we are looking at a Biden-Harris ticket. I can't imagine that they've got a path to push them out, and I don't know. Unless Biden says, "Okay, for the good of the country, I'm stepping down," but I think there's still a lot of Democrats and up on the Hill and around the country who really firmly believe that he's the guy. He's going to beat Trump.
That is wild.
And yeah, so and you know what? I mean, don't count that out. I sometimes you listen to some of the Republicans and they're like, we got it in the bag this time. Well, don't be so sure, right? You can never count out the Democrats. They stick to a message. If Trump is the winner and he runs on the Republican ticket, it's going to energize a lot of Democrats who otherwise might not show up at the voting booth. So I wouldn't say, a lot of people talking about it's a lock. If Trump is the nominee, I'm not that confident.
No, I agree with you. I think that people are going to vote for their party, and especially people that benefit financially from that party. There's no reason to think that it's a lock.
Yeah.
No, definitely. Well, a question I was going to ask is, what you said this is a distraction. This Hunter Biden laptop thing coming out is a distraction. What is it a distraction from, in your best estimate?
It's a distraction from the bigger story of pay to play, of influence peddling that the family was involved in, right? And so that's where the money trail is, right? And anytime you have an investigation, that's pretty much it. It's an asset search, right? And assets. And transactions leave trails. And sometimes it can be really tough because, there was some sophistication in some of these entities that were set up over the years by the family. And so, it takes a lot of work. And the investigators looking into this have been trying to do that. But, I don't know that they've got much in the way of solid evidence that makes a case that they've been alluding to, right? I mean, they're working their way or trying to towards an impeachment. I think their smarter move is to make sure they've got a solid case before they, go down that impeachment road. But anyway, that's what I mean by it. I think that the laptop issue and Hunter himself and all his shenanigans, that's a distraction from what I think is the more important, bigger story, which is the possible pay-to-play influence peddling that went on, and did the president benefit from that directly?
Yeah, they're kind of saying, hey, look, we're clearly policing our own, right? We're clearly taking care of Hunter. Why would we be doing something else that's nefarious? Like, look over here, we're not doing this. Is that kind of the idea?
Yeah, well, I think in part, but it's also just, I think that the media can't help themselves, right?
Sure.
Because it's salacious and it's interesting, I guess, in a certain way. But also, I think the media is smart enough to know that, if they make this about Hunter, then it's not about Joe. And that's kind of what the Dem strategists and I think the top cover media would like to have happen.
Right. No, I think you're 100% right. I really do. And I don't think it's a lock. I think you're spot on.
It's a mistake to think it is a lock, because then you ease up. You don't go out. You go, he's going to get it. I'm not going to vote, or I'm not going to do anything, and then you get run over. Like I thought, a ton of people last election thought it was a lock.
Right. The Republicans are going to need to get their shit together. Right. Never underestimate that party's ability to shoot themselves in the foot, and they're going to need every vote that they can turn out. Even if Trump's the nominee, right? And the danger is he rolls through Super Tuesday and he rolls through all the states. And he's winning big, and people are going to think it's a foregone conclusion for the November general election. And I'm telling you, that Trump's all they got, right? On the Democrat side, their entire strategy is built around Trump being the nominee because that's all they've got. They can't run on the border. They can't run on national security issues, foreign policy. It's a disaster. The economy is, although inflation's dipped down a bit, people are still pissed off about it. So they got Trump. And the idea, and what they're doing now is they're not even dividing up the Republican Party like they did before, where they said, well, Trump supporters are deplorables, and then they'd kind of be careful not to say all Republicans are. Yeah. Now they don't even give a shit. Now they're just saying it's everybody on that side. They're all extremists.
Well, I think we should investigate Joe Biden and find out what kind of underwear he's wearing, because I know for a fact they're not under tack.
No, they are not under tack. I think under tack. Have you worn these, Mike? They are outstanding underwear. They are.
Yeah, I've gotten to that point in life where I sometimes forget and I just walk around without underwear on. Sometimes without.
Hey man, treat yourself. Get yourself a pair of under tack because they're so comfortable. They're cool. All right, and not just in the cool. Look at me, but they're like nice and cool to the touch.
They keep your temperature down.
They keep those bacterias away, all that kind of stuff. Undertag.com, use code normal20.
If you're jogging away from a house fire or to a knife fight, they will keep it cool.
You got a nice pouch? Is that what they've got?
They have a great pouch.
They do.
The opening pouch right at the top like that. If you're at the Bozo's Clown House or whatever it was, like that, boom, right out the top.
I'm Bo's Clown Room.
Okay, sorry.
Exactly.
They are respect on it.
Undertack comes with a gun pouch.
Yeah, they have a gun pouch, really.
Yeah.
They are the Jumbo's Clown Room of underwear. I mean, they have a wonderful gun pouch, and not only that, they sell socks, and they sell.
I just heard about this. They have socks,
joggers,
and joggers.
That's right,
and sweatshirts,
and they're made in America.
I want them.
And not only, look, you can save money right now, 20% off site-wide by using our code normal20. I honestly can't tell you how much I like them. I'm wearing them right now.
So good.
It's not a joke. Derek saw them. I was showing him in the bathroom while blocking the door. And he was telling me how nice they were because I wouldn't let him leave. But he did mean it sincerely. I could tell by it.
Yeah.
Did he say they were cool to the touch?
He did. He thought they were cool to the touch.
And cool to the eye.
Both.
You're missing nothing by not being here in the studio, Mike.
I'm telling you. And by that, he means everything. So
undertagtac.com. Use code normal20.
And a percentage of this goes to human trafficking. And again, that is not funding it. It is fighting it.
Against anti-human trafficking.
Anti-human trafficking. So, promo code normal20. Get yourself 20% off this fine underwear. I love it. Get yourself your gun pouch.
Great. They should put a bigger flashlight right there just to represent,
Yeah, well, a lot of whites buy it, so it's not going to be that. All right.
Still want to intimidate.
I actually have a question. You were in the CIA, and there's a lot of people coming over the board right now, and it's not just that, obviously, but it's something that is concerning, and we talk about it here, and I did have a couple questions about it. Like, how bad has human trafficking gotten in the United States, and how much should we really be aware of it? And I know it's a bit of a dark topic, but I guess I don't talk to people that have been involved. And I know you've been in, counterterrorism and all, and that kind of stuff. Like, are we really kind of sitting on a powder keg right now with what's going on our borders?
Yeah, it's if you think about it this way, the job of the federal government, right, a key job of the federal government is to protect its citizens. Right?
Yes.
And you can't do that without, in part, there's a lot of other elements involved, but one of those elements would be having secure borders so you know who's coming across. Right. That's what every other country does. Right. And they all protect their borders. And then you have an immigration system. Right. Well, our immigration system could use some work, but that doesn't mean you just say, fuck it. The immigration system isn't working. So let's also just open up the border.
Right.
If you don't know who's coming across the border, look, in the last 3 months of 2023, known encounters. This is not talking about all the people that came across that didn't, get apprehended or made contact with law enforcement. But the known encounters that did come across and were processed, in 3 months' time, it was 785,000 people. 785,000 people.
Wow.
And about 670,000 of those were then allowed entry into the interior of the United States. They're going all over the place, right? Now, they're not just sitting in border states anymore. They're heading all over the country. Yeah. We don't have any clue. We don't have any clue about all the others that came across, and we never encountered them. And I guarantee you, we got problems, right? It's not rocket science to imagine that, not all of them are terrorists. The Democrats used to roll their eyes and go, oh, yeah, they're all terrorists. You say, no, you don't need, a couple 100,000 terrorists, right? But you'd like to know if you do have some. And we don't have that system right now because for some reason, the current administration just can't seem to get their head around this concept. And whether it's willfully because they just want open borders and they feel righteous, by having open borders, I don't know. I have no idea why they find this a difficult concept. But I tell you, if there's one issue that is going to cause them significant problems going into November, it's going to be this. Because finally, the other states around the country have to deal with it as well.
Yeah.
Chicago, New York, Eric Adams, all these people, San Francisco, wherever, they were all excited. They were happy when it was a border states issue, because then they could sit around and say, we're a sanctuary cities. Yeah, everybody's welcome. People put yard signs out. Everyone's welcome here. Well, no, they're not. Not when they actually show up. So I think this is a key issue, and it's a key issue from a national security perspective.
Yeah, and that's what I think is becoming the biggest problem. And then, like you said, when they do show up and now all of a sudden you have 90 people on your front lawn trying to get in your house and you're like, oh, well, we're sort of woke, but we didn't really mean it.
Not like that, though.
You're like,
Look at that over there.
Close the shades, Henry. I'm scared. It's not. It just... You can't really believe that. I mean, it's all not, and really who's coming over, they have this idea that it's these women and children, and it doesn't seem to be. And I was in New York not too long ago, and one of the hotels, it was the Roosevelt, and there was a line around the block going down the street. They was all going up about 4 flights into where you would check in, and they were checking everybody. They were all legal into this hotel. And I mean, they were checking in like that, like quicker than if you had paid to rent a room. It was insane. Yeah. What is that? Like, why is that allowed? Like, how does that happen?
Well, but first of all, the Roosevelt was a great old hotel before they shut it down a couple of years ago. I think the pandemic finally did them in. Yeah. But it used to have this great lobby bar. Anyway, yeah. I mean, here's the twist on that is. In New York City, obviously a sanctuary city, and suddenly when busloads of migrants start showing up, you got to have some place to put them, right? And the strain on the New York City budget, not to mention places like Chicago. In Chicago, they've got tent cities for the migrants because they don't have any space. And so because it's pretty fucking cold in Chicago right now during the winter, their solution is they've set up all these warming buses that they just turn the engine on and turn the heaters on, and then they have the migrants sit in the warming buses periodically to get warm. That's the plan, and they're trying to allocate a lot of money, millions of dollars out of the city budget to build some additional housing, and that's now pissing off the advocates in Chicago for the homeless. Right. Because they're saying, what the hell? You didn't do this for the homeless population that's here. A lot of whom actually are there's a real problem with vet homelessness.
Absolutely.
So, and then you go to places like Massachusetts, which has this, state policy of everyone has a right to to shelter. And they don't have a solution. And so what they've been doing in Massachusetts is they've been trying to convince people to open up their homes and actually allow, take in people into your home. And
which is really smart.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's super smart.
Yeah. There's
super safe.
I think if the New England Patriots did that, they would win a few more games.
That's true. Well, the baseball team would be doing better.
To your point, Dave. Yeah. The majority of these people coming across are single men, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah. So not just the terrorist aspect that you were saying. You don't need a whole lot of those. We've got a fentanyl epidemic right now going on in these sanctuary cities. That's coming from the border. So there's a million different issues with this one border crisis that we have right now.
And the cartels are making a fortune, right?
Yeah.
They've opened a whole new revenue stream on the human trafficking. To go back to your original point, on the human trafficking side, they've always engaged in it, but they're not like now. They're making so much jack off of the human trafficking,
Right.
the narcotics as well, and that's always been obviously a concern. And they've moved over to fentanyl as a product of choice now. But look, the cartels are like a business. They'll go wherever the cash is, wherever the money is, wherever they can establish revenue streams. And they identified a real opportunity here on the human trafficking side.
Right.
So anyway,
and you've worked in narcotics as well, that I read, and I hope I have that correct. I've heard you talk about it, but when you have that, you have fentanyl coming in, and I know a lot of people with dealing with addicts, you'll never get a short supply of addicts, but this wipes out so many people. Is there any truth that could be to other countries smuggling this in on purpose? And could it be coming from our borders for that reason, just as an attack? I mean, is that a paranoid thought? Or is there a reason to believe that?
I see why you're thinking that way. And, you can never say never, but, all my experience with narcotics trafficking and working against the various cartels, whether it's in, down south or whether it's in Southeast Asia or wherever, Asia, it's a profit motive.
Right.
It's, the amount of money involved is just, it's almost unfathomable. It's hard to get your head around. And the amount of, and you're right. I mean, look, the amount of gear on the streets, it's crazy. You could, in the cocaine wars, you could take out an entire warehouse full of gear and it wouldn't impact the street price because there were just so much, right? But the demand is there, and as long as the demand's there, the movement of drugs is going to be based on profit. Again, not to say that, okay, at some point, maybe the Chinese sit around and go, well, how do we really fuck them up? How about we do this? You can never say no. It's just my experience has always seen it as it's been a profit situation.
Right, but and even back to Medellin, I mean, you have places that you're buying full countries and full places with power and money with these drugs. I mean, you're buying your own militaries to at least secure yourself in these drug powers, and I guess that's why I find it so alarming that the borders are that open, because essentially we are letting in a lot of single males, which to me looks militant, and that's only because I feel that way, but it's because I have a kid. I care about this country, I really do, and I think it just seems so alarming and dangerous to the future of this. And we know that we have somebody in office. We're talking with Biden. We know we have Hunter, who is a user of drugs, and not that it's it's not obviously his fault. I've done my share of cocaine, and just this afternoon. No, I'm kidding. But
off screen.
Yes, just every time the camera goes away from me.
All the buttons here on the chair.
It's always a concern, and it just seems to be getting worse because now with fentanyl, I lose. It feels like I lose a friend every 2 months, and it just keeps getting worse. And that's, I guess, why I have that concern.
Well, no, and it is getting worse, and it's a layered problem, meaning there's several things that have to be done, but one of them is, again, secure the border.
Yeah.
Right? And, opponents will argue, well, the drugs come in through ports of entry and, yada, yada. Well, yeah, but you know what? It doesn't mean you shouldn't be trying to mitigate all, scenarios for how the gear crossing the border. So I don't ever quite understand that when people you have a relatively easy, straightforward approach to mitigating the risk, and people are going, but that's not the main risk. You know what? If you can reduce the amount of fentanyl coming across the border by 25% even, you're saving lives, and that's supposed to be the government's job.
Well, that's like saying you get bugs in your house. Well, yeah, they're going to come in, underneath through the basement or through a window or something like that. But yeah, I don't leave the front door open or the sliding glass door open.
Right, yeah. Right, you're not. You don't leave cookies out.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, why clean up at all? How they're going to get in anyways?
Exactly. Yeah.
It's really baffling the way we fix things around here.
Well, Mike, I want to thank you so much for joining us today. I'm a big fan. I really hope you will come back to the show. And is there a place we can find you right now?
Again, I can't say because I got my guys right off the screen.
Yeah, maybe online, or maybe if you want to hold up, a paper of where we can.
He's at that strip club
You can find him in Jumbo's.
in the strip mall in L.A.
It does look like I've got an interrogation lamp right in front of
It
me.
really does look like you're being hidden in Florida with like Sammy the Bull was at or something.
I heard what you said on the normal world. I don't like it.
Father, I'm just going to go take a bath. Actually, you know what? Thank you very much. It's actually, if I can, I'll mention the podcast because it's been a lot of fun. Oh, look at that! There it is, and there's that handsome devil. It's the President's Daily Brief. New episodes hit every weekday morning, and then we do a shorter version in the afternoon just to catch people up. It's 15-20 minutes of the top issues that we cover. It's all the facts and then just a tiny bit of context, and we let you get on your way. So it's a good way to stay informed about what the hell's going on. And that's it, the President's Daily Brief. What else? Twitter. You can find me at MB Company Man. And other than that, I like long walks on the beach and, quiet nights at home.
Would you like a bubble bath on occasion?
Who doesn't?
Light some candles. Treat yourself.
What about pina coladas?
Getting caught in the rain.
Sometimes I fill the tub up with pina coladas.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, it's you. Well, thank you very much for coming on, my friend. We really appreciate it. We hope to have you back.
I hope so. This has been terrific. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
See you, Mike.
Yeah. Ooh.
What a great guy.
Oh, man.
Such a fan.
I feel more informed.
Yeah, I really like talking to people like that who just,
But cool, very real, very down to earth. I mean, just like as if we were hanging out, just, shooting the shit at a bar.
Really been in it,
Yeah.
I really like talking. It's not Tom Cruise, Jack Reacher.
I don't know. He had a look about him. He looked like he was.
No,
like,
he could.
Oh,
Probably,
he has a look about him.
He could be Jack Ryan.
Somebody.
So why?
And he knows jujitsu.
So why you're wearing a towel?
Yeah.
Like, I need a pillow.
I think it's very nice. It was just a joke. Am I fired? All right. Speaking of towels and that are red and soaked in blood, Alec Baldwin is selling his Hampton house for $19 million.
Why could he be selling? I thought he was a successful actor.
No, maybe he just wants to downgrade. I don't know if something happened that he owes someone money for. Yes. But in September 2022, he decided to list his $29 million home.
Love
his
that
$10 million home more. And it's not. I'm sorry.
Oh wait. Okay. So it's he listed it for like
It was
29
million.
million.
Oh, it is.
And then he dropped it.
Yeah.
By 10.
Yeah. Now and now it's 10 million. But now it's. I'm sorry. I'm not reading that right.
It was 29. Dropped it by 10. Now it's 19.
Correct.
Is that right?
Yes.
Yeah.
If you go on the website, real estate /Alec Baldwin /Normal World, 20% off.
Really?
Yeah.
You can use the code normal.
Yes, you can.
Yes, you can.
Now, look, you may hold that against us, and that's fine. But we'll go ahead and say that will not hold up in court.
Yeah, it will not. This is a satire show, and we're not doctors.
No, but
Why would you not buy that house? Why does he have to drop it so much? I don't get that. Like,
I don't know. Maybe I would imagine him living there would only up the value.
yeah, he's an actor. He's in a lot of films, like The Shadow.
But he made a cute little video of him selling the house to you, so why don't we watch it?
Hey, I'm Alec Baldwin. I've had a home out here on the east end of Long Island since 1982. When I was younger, we'd come out here and we'd sleep all morning and lay on the beach all day. When you're young, this place is the best. My first house was here on Bluff Road in Amagansett, a house I rented for 5 years, and then after that, I decided to buy my own place. I bought my first house here on Old Montauk Highway, around the corner from Atlantic Avenue Beach. I had this little cottage over here for about 7 or 8 years, and then I decided I wanted something bigger, so I bought my house over on Town Lane. I bought this house back in 1995. I put this addition on the eastern side of the property in 1996, and my wife Ilaria and I built this addition on the western side of the property in 2014. We've got about 10,000 square feet here. I fell in love with this place the moment I came here because this is the main family home of the former Potter Farm.
Well, it's adorable.
Wow.
Really nice house, though.
Getting Kevin Spacey vibes from that video.
A little
You ever
bit.
watch those Kevin Spacey after the allegations came out?
Yeah, the Christmas ones.
Yeah. Where he's like
Insane.
stuffing a turkey and stuff.
Yeah, with this
Pretty inappropriate thing.
The
to do.
turkey's 7.
Yeah.
Turkey wanted it. Look how it was dressed.
Yeah, I mean, it was all
Naked
this-
and all. Buttered up.
And melted butter.
Yeah, you know what it is.
Just asking to get stuffed.
I guess there's an extended version of this video though, with some outtakes.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Here we are in my study that so many great memories, so many great table reads of all the incredible award-winning productions that I've been a part of. It's just too many to even begin to mention, but this room just has so many just fond, just wonderful memories. I mean, this phone here is actually the phone that I used to call my 11-year-old daughter, Ireland, a rude, greedy, selfish little pig. And she deserves that call. Moving over here, this does not come with the house. This is what I use on paparazzi right here, and this when they attack me outside of my car, asking stupid questions about things that I had nothing to do with. And this here is a prop gun. We have live ammunition that we use with this out on the range, and then we also have blanks that we use in all of our productions. Well, most all the productions. So, but yeah, this gun is completely safe, completely.
It's not loaded
harmless.
or anything, right?
No, it's not loaded right now, you dumb little selfish son of a bitch, not again.
Wow. Well, it looks nice.
Yeah. It's a nice little study
Nice
there.
space.
Yeah.
A lot of space to grow.
Oh, so it says here, Daniel Baldwin's bunk at the Y is going for 17.
Damn.
I was trying to remember which brother was the train wreck.
Yeah.
William, Stephen.
Yeah, just you could take your pick at this point.
Yeah, man, it's too bad about that gal, but well,
That's,
we all know he'll get off. I mean, clearly that was an accident.
Yeah.
obviously.
Yeah, pretty cool guy though.
Yeah.
Yeah, he seemed cool.
Yeah, I like him.
I'd hang out behind him.
But before we get into this, you know it's a miracle? That woman survived.
Uh-huh.
So she actually can't sue Alec Baldwin, is what it turns out. I guess he actually stepped on her neck until she said she wouldn't sue. But what is also a miracle is Miracle Made Sheets. Did you know that?
No.
They are. They are a
Just
miracle.
kidding, I did. Totally did too. See what I did there? Oh, man.
We all knew.
Oh,
They're so good.
man, you get me.
I know. It's because we both sleep in sheep, separate
Sheeps.
Well,
No, these aren't made out of wool
that's when we go sheep tipping.
together.
One of us gets stuck.
Yeah.
We do it the old-fashioned way. We each take an end. But
Is that what you call happy hour?
we call it sheep
Oh,
on a
yeah.
spit. But we
I bring the candles, he brings the lube.
That's right. But I'll tell you what's
right.
equally comfortable, if not more comfortable. It's the temperature at night that you have in these sheets, because that's what impacts me at night. Temperature.
Yeah. I sleep hot.
Do you?
I get sweaty. I don't like a bunch of thick sheets or comforters and none of that. I just like a good, cool sheet.
That's all I want over me. I don't need. What do we need a comforter for? I'm already comfortable if I have Miracle Made Sheets.
That's
What
right.
do I need something called a comforter for if I'm already dead? I'm slurring, and I'm not drunk. I promise. I only had a little cocaine. But what I'm saying is NASA.
Yes.
NASA was
NASA.
one of that was the people who were the inspiration for these sheets.
Yeah, you want to cuddle up in bed and imagine you're in space? Well, you can because these were inspired by NASA.
That's right.
And those NASA people, they're the people that went to space.
Yeah.
Allegedly.
You can bring a dessert that's like milky, but with no milk in it.
Yeah.
And you can eat
It's
it.
all like freeze dried in your bed while you're inside of these Miracle Mates. So try miracle.com.
And trust me, I've eaten
That's right,
Tang in these
/normal.
sheets, and it's great.
I wish I had a pair right now.
Try miracle.com/normal, and you can eat Tang in these astronaut sheets. that are inspired by NASA.
So close to a perfect read.
So
I know.
close.
I don't know what you're talking about. This is
You really are so
right now.
Go to trymiracle.com/normal
I
and
got 'em-
use code normal
Yeah.
to claim your 3-piece
That's three of
free
'em.
towel set.
Wait, I get towels?
Yeah,
Yep,
you get 3.
three of them.
Do I go one for my face?
Yes.
Yes.
What about for my hands?
Yes.
What about for my body?
How so? Yes. 40% off, and you get the towels. I don't know what you're waiting for.
But my body is a wonderland.
Yeah, and you could treat it under these sheets.
Again, that's trymiracle.com/normal to treat yourself.
I'm going to do. How did you like the ones I sent you for Christmas, Derek?
Amazing.
You like them? Are
Comfy.
you sleeping well?
Yes, I am.
I thought you'd like
better.
them. I promise you're going to like them. I sleep well in them. That means you're going to sleep well in them because I sweat butter.
I pass out more than sleep, but
You do.
I do.
He's not kidding.
Sleep heavy?
No, it's usually a ridiculous amount of Irish whiskey beforehand, but
No, that was just your blood.
when I wake up, comfortable as all get out with miracle sheets.
We've tried talking to him. He throws pillows at us,
He is Irish.
but they're comfy because they're wrapped in miracle-made sheets.
See?
And
We're
pillows.
like, I'm glad we came over and tried to have an intervention.
Instead, let's just cut it.
Your interventions turned into a pillow fight at my place?
They're always fun. I'm like, that was the most comfy time I've ever had. And he's sound asleep, and he
look at
will be
him.
for the
This
next
was
10
the
hours.
most comfy and awkward intervention ever.
So
It got us no results.
Angela loves him.
I do.
I finally got mine. They're really comfortable. I liked them.
I'm sorry that I took yours originally.
You what?
Well,
She stole mine.
They sent some for Garrett, and I took it upon
You
myself.
know, it's
to
fine. It's okay. I'm glad
I
that
think-
you had the nice sheets.
I would have given you mine. I always say ladies first, unless it's out of a fiery building or an airplane.
Yeah.
Or a
off
sinking
boat.
ship.
Any situation where it's dangerous for me.
Yes.
Yeah. That's why if they're always like, "Are you willing and able to assist?" And I'm like, "Yes, I am," but it would be assisting me out first.
I always heard that they say women and children off the boat first because the men want to hang back and kiss each other.
That's true.
Okay.
Who told you though?
homophobic.
That's completely a man secret. Why would you let that? Who told her?
Who's ratting us out? I didn't
Cut
say
that?
anything.
Can we cut that from the show?
Guys, there's
I don't
no,
want
there's
people
not
to know
even
about
such a thing as plane crashes.
It's bonding. It's like it don't exist.
Guys, all these train wrecks. Car accidents are unreal. What are you guys doing?
Titanic just
can't
went
believe
off in the direction. Nobody died. We just hung out.
Unbelievable, guys.
Violin on the decks.
Angela, look, I trust you, but not with every secret.
Gotta stop letting her in on these men's secrets.
Okay, well,
Critics' Choice Awards?
I don't know where you heard that. Yeah. Coming off the heels of the Golden Globes, Hollywood assembled again on Sunday, January 14th, the Critics' Choice Awards, hosted by the beautiful Chelsea Handler. And I'm sorry, I felt so. I know what it was.
A little bit of Chelsea.
I don't. So we sent our correspondent Crispin again because it is award season for a third time.
Yeah, he's working.
Yeah, to give us his fashion review.
Hey everyone, this is your favorite movie correspondent, Crispin, and we're back for my second favorite night of the year. Shove a stick up my behind and call me a lollipop, cause it's time for the Critics' Choice Awards. I mean, what more can you ask for? This show's got all the big fancy stars who make art and music and movies, and then you have the one thing none of those can exist without, critics! Before we get to the movies, let's start out with some TV, huh? HBO series Succession won Best TV Drama, and speaking of Succession, gay glory holder Jimmy Kimmel's was nominated for Best Talk Show. How the hell does that happen? Barbie was nominated for Best Comedy, which was actually a bit of a surprise to everybody with a sense of humor. Turns out starting a rant when I just think it's funny is all you have to do to be funny. Barbie also won Best Makeup and Costume Design, which I think should have gone to Dylan Mulvaney. The award for Best Picture, though, went to Oppenheimer, which is a movie that implies men are responsible for destroying the world, not to be confused with Barbie. The Color Purple was nominated for Best Picture, but didn't win. And if you haven't seen The Color Purple, I believe it's a documentary about hot tubs and Matthew Perry or something. I don't know. If I'm being honest, I haven't seen half of these. I just like watching the stars. But that's going to do it for me, y'all. I've been Crispin. I'll see you next time.
Thank you, Crispin.
Thank you. Doing the Lord's work out there
Yes.
in Hollywood.
Crispin, from what I understand, has been found dead by autoerotic asphyxiation in the David Carradine suite in Thailand.
That's sad.
So he won't be at the Oscars?
R.I.P., man.
No, he will be.
Oh,
Good.
okay. Cool.
Breaking news. It was only a slight neck break.
Good.
We're good then.
Okay.
Only a slight neck
I
break.
read that wrong. He is paralyzed, but he'll be there.
Hey, they have a Sundance.
Old Silver Lining
Sundance is
Landau.
happening this week. I think it's this week.
What is it?
The film festival, Sundance Film Festival.
Oh, good.
Yeah, where they play all the hoity-toity films.
Yes, as opposed to Slam Dance down the road where they do the good ones.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. They play the better ones. You can actually watch. You can go to Slam Dance online. It's like $20.
Oh,
you can watch all the movies
that are good, and they're made by people for no money.
Yeah, way better.
Way
We
better.
should send Crispin out there.
I think Crispin should do Slam Dance. I'm going to give him a call. Yeah. I know he's getting used to not walking, but let's see.
Yeah, they got wheelchairs now.
Well, I know we're running out of time. And do they?
Mm-hmm.
Chairs with wheels?
Mm-hmm.
A great invention.
More fiction.
Really?
Yeah, we had a president with one once.
Did we?
Yeah, wheeled him around.
I understand that we had a pedo with one.
Well,
flew to an island.
Yeah.
Pleasure Island.
Good Lord.
It was more like a hover round.
That's true.
Like a
he's
robotic.
Like, oh.
Can you?
Hit it.
Hit it.
Oh, can I?
I just want to see if it works.
No. He's shy.
No, he is.
Oh.
Just shy little boy.
Derek, I want to thank you for coming on. You should come back tomorrow.
I will come back tomorrow.
Because
Thank
you
you.
and I are going to be at Hyenas in Dallas.
Hey. Yes, we will.
Tomorrow night.
Heck yeah.
Hey, are you going to join us?
I'm absolutely going to be there.
Angela?
Yes.
Sweet.
Ooh.
It's a yes. It's a yes.
Oh. What? I guess I'll do my plugs because they're up. I'm sorry to do it before the guest, but we might as well
Go for it.
Get him out of the way.
Basically not even a guest. He's just a friend.
He is. He's a friend.
He's a good friend.
I don't know why I pretend he's a guest.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's not a guest.
Look at him.
Aw.
No, you're not a guest. That's why we're not
So much
treating
more.
you to dinner.
Yeah.
And then
You have to pay.
Whoa.
You're paying for us.
Okay. All right.
you have to treat us.
Okay.
We're going to get lobster. Lobster.
At the Jumbo Clown Strip Club.
Yeah.
Whatever the hell that place is called.
We're going to have crab. They don't serve it.
Oh, we'll have crab, all
love
right.
it.
Oh, yeah. Plural.
Yeah. This Friday and Saturday, Derek and I will also be at the Funny Bone in Richmond, Virginia. You can check out my special at Comedy Genius. That's Comedy Genie, GENI.US, Comedy Genius, and get 50% off with code Dave Landau. And also, you can check me out coming up at the Ann Arbor Comedy Showcase, as well as Brad Garrett's Comedy Club in Las Vegas, Nevada, and Tiff's in Morris Plains, New Jersey, as well as Fort Worth, Texas, and a bunch of other stuff. DaveLandau.com. Derek, where are you going to be?
I'm going to be, of course, with you this weekend. I'll be at, I'm going to be at the Harrah's Casino in Cherokee, North Carolina next week, January 24th through the 28th. And then following week, I'll be at Brad Garrett's Comedy Club in Las Vegas. I'm missing you by like 2 weeks. That sucks.
I know.
January 29th through Feb 4, MGM Grand, Brad Garrett's Comedy Club in Las Vegas. And then I'll be at Porky's Comedy Club in St. Cloud, Florida. That is a fun room.
Is it?
Down there. Yeah, Feb 23 and 24. Chad Prather was there last month.
Was he?
Yeah.
I've not been to Porky's, and I want to play it because of the movie.
You have to watch
fantastic club.
the sets through a hole in the wall.
Yeah.
It's pretty fun.
That's what I do.
Everybody gets a hole in the wall?
Yeah.
Well,
Where
Angela
you can see it
does.
all.
Oh, okay.
Just Angela.
Oh.
Oh, that's just me?
Oh, yeah.
Oh. Okay.
I
Well.
think I found the wrong hole.
You can find me on Nerdrotic in my personal channel. We do a show on Fridays called Friday Night Tights. It's in the afternoon. We are aware. We have British people that watch. So watch that. It's pop culture related. We talk about a bunch of stuff on there. And Sunday nights, we do a show called Forbidden Frontier. It's all about cryptids and aliens and, Bigfoot, stuff like that. So if you're interested in dumb stuff like I am, you can watch that show.
It's
Please
my
do.
favorite.
It's a good show. It's fun.
It is. It's fun.
I have fun.
And Angela, just tomorrow with us?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anything else?
Nope.
All right. Well, I guess now we have to bring you to the end of the world. Kristen Stewart said her movie was Twilight. Such a gay movie.
Yeah.
It's
pretty obvious.
So earth-shattering.
I just love that that's the actual article. As the headline. Kristen Stewart says Twilight was such a gay movie.
All right.
And the countdown for her being canceled starts now.
No, I think she's gay.
No, yeah, she's gay. So she's
gay.
gay. Yeah.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
I don't know why she had to say that because it's very obvious.
Yeah. I still think she meant it negatively somehow, though. I don't think it was. I think it was like, it was such a gay movie.
She's like, even I.
Yeah, she's like, look, I get it that I'm gay, but
I'm gay, but this
whole
was
scene,
like, woo, way gay.
Played baseball. Somehow they made baseball gayer.
Yeah. She's like, I'm gay, but that was gay.
Wow.
It's how you say it.
Yeah.
That's how we're going to take it.
It's like just the face you make. Where it's like, oh, your kid's gay? And you're like, yeah, but he's like gay. So if there was an Oscar category for surprisingly gay movies, who would some of the nominations be? QB.
I was gonna say Philadelphia.
Well, that would be surprising.
Well, Twilight's not surprising. The Boys in the Boat.
That's a new one too.
Hey, there you go.
Angela.
Batman and Robin.
Yeah, that was
not surprising.
That's a big nipple theme today.
Yeah, a lot of nips.
I'm gonna go with Pinocchio.
Geppetto.
Mm-hmm. That was sus, man.
What a secret that was. Pinocchio. Why don't you lie to me while I sit on your face? Let's go to Pleasure Island.
Yeah. Drink beers, huh?
Yeah.
Pinocchio and Geppetto on Epstein's flight log.
I just want him to be a real boy. You don't want to wish for literally anything else.
Very weird story.
Just a real boy. I'll give you like $1 billion.
Nope.
Just a real boy.
That's all I'd like.
Whose nose continues to grow.
With a supple little bottom.
Yeah.
Weak and bad at running. That's 3 wishes. All right. And the final one, I'm going to go Ernest Goes to Jail.
Oh, my God. Look at that.
Look at the poster.
Look at the poster.
He looks like he's about to suck a dick.
He looks like Andy Dufresne getting trained by the sisters in the laundry room. Look at that from Shawshank. Oh, my God.
Ernest is a legend, and I will not take any shade.
Could you imagine if Andy crawled through all that and that's where he ended up?
It's like,
looking at Ernest.
Yeah, just looking at a guy who's just out. Hey, Vern.
Crawl through a mile of shit.
Literally.
He crawled through, 1 mile of filth to just eat a buffet.
Just see Ernest.
Just a smorgasbord of wiener schnitzel.
Yeah. And there he I say that Ernest fought the good fight, but he didn't. The sisters took advantage of Ernest that day. And we never talked about it again. All Ernest wanted was a rock pick.
Just thinking of Ernest in that role.
Ernest with the redemption.
Just getting cornholed in the in the laundry room.
Or in
Vern!
You know what I mean, Vern? Vern, stop, Vern.
Stop it, Vern!
in American History X.
Vern, spit on it first.
Hey, why don't you put your mouth on the ground? You should have left it on the basketball court.
Bite the curb, Vern.
Oh,
Vern, bite it.
Oh, did Mike Baker pick a great time to leave the show?
Just laying in triage with that trickle of blood. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, see you tomorrow at the same time.
Yes.
Same place.